All right, my loves, it's me. It's me. It's your girl, Empress Goddess. The Georgia Peach with the sweet meat. I hope you're doing well today, my loves. I hope your family's well. Let's get in here with these twin flames, my baby. This is Mari Silver. Twin flames. What are twin flames? Soulmate versus twin flames. Of course, y'all know I got the rundown on you. Come on with it. Let's get it.
Chapter 1. What are twin flames? If you have ever met someone who changed your life completely, they may have been your twin flame. When you form a high-level spiritual connection with someone, it can lead to love, friendship, or maybe a combination of the two feelings. If you have a relationship with someone who is intense, life-enhancing, and spiritual, this could be a twin flame relationship that will endure any obstacles or circumstances. To understand the concept better, go back to the origins of the twin flame theory. When you know the reasoning behind the doctrine, you understand more about the connection formed with your missing twin flame. The history of the twin flame theory. When considering the origins of twin flame theory, you can go back as far as history records allow. Nearly all civilizations have examples of separation of souls. Yet Plato, the Greek philosopher, presents the most distinctive explanation of how humanity became divided to form two parts of the same soul. Plato lived in the classical period of ancient Greece and formed a school of thinking simply known as Platonist. He composed a dialogue known as a symposium in which he explained how the actions of the gods affected humankind and why the actions were necessary. Originally, humans had 4 arms, 4 legs, and 2 sets of genitalia. Their head comprised 2 faces, and there were 3 genders of humans. The traditional male and female were 2 of the genders, while the third was a hermaphroditic being with both sets of genitalia. In the symposium, Plato stated these original humans were essential sources of labor and energy for the gods and other dwellers of the higher dimensions, but were quickly becoming powerful beings. They threatened the gods, and it is written that the eradication of humans was considered. Realizing this would leave the gods with no form of subjects to do their will, Zeus came up with a solution to increase the workforce while diminishing their strength. He separated the original human forms into halves. Each human then became the form we recognize today, with 2 arms and 2 legs, with just 1 face and 1 set of genitalia. While the process doubled the number of humans, it also weakened their power. The gods had created a form of slave that knew no pleasure and lacked the will to live. Humans starved themselves and died off, leaving the gods with a conundrum to solve. Apollo devised a solution, and that was to sew the original humans together and then divide them with a common bond, so they had a sense of purpose and desire. He reconstructed the human form with a belly button that became the redeeming sign that our twin flame still existed somewhere in the world. Each human then became reborn. They were refueled with a desire to seek their twin flame and to form a reconstituted version of their original self. The gods recognized that desire and emancipation made humans function on a higher level. Yet the reality of them finding their twin flame was remote. This suited their purpose because when humans find their mirror image, they become a powerful force that rivals the beings that govern them, namely the gods themselves. The archetypical example of a twin flame relationship. Well, classic Greek history also gives us an example of the sacred lover archetype, Aphrodite and Ares. Ares is the divine male twin flame and the god of war. Aphrodite is his twin feminine flame and is also the goddess of love and beauty. They should have been repulsed by each other as they represent polar opposites with their beliefs and their powers. Aphrodite was married to a powerful but ugly god called Hephaestus, who neglected his beautiful and frustrated wife by spending his nights in the workshop. Ares and Aphrodite took advantage of the situation and met to make love until dawn every evening. It had been well reported that the Greek gods encouraged affairs with other people. They didn't encourage any form of fidelity. When the god Helios caught the lovers in a flagrant position, the story of their love enraged the gods, and they punished the lovers by separating them for eternity. These twin flames would not be kept apart by rules. And even following the godly declaration, they met regularly and produced 7 children from their union. The god of Eros, whose powers include love, youthful magic, and sex, was one of these children and serves as a powerful reminder of what can happen when twin flames procreate. Some people believe that it automatically means you will become romantically involved when you meet a twin flame. While this can be true, your twin flame could be a friend, a mentor, or even a student. They will often enter our lives when we are desperate for help. They form intense relationships that help us to steer through times of need. Twin flames will form a relationship so intense it is uncommon for them to be lifelong relationships, so separation is sometimes inevitable. It's okay for twin flame relationships to end, considering such levels of intensity can be unhealthy. When twin flames separate, it is painful, but the two people are left with crucial answers to life lessons and a feeling they have encountered their cosmic partner. Are you already part of a twin flame relationship? Do you have a yin to your yang? Do you have a relationship with someone who completes you? Here are some of the most common signs that you are already connected to a twin flame. Number 1, the time is irrelevant to both of you. You can spend hours with each other and never get restless or bored. You both wonder where the time has gone, yet you feel ready to do it all again the next day. Number 2, deja vu. During conversations, you discover strange coincidences in your present and former experiences. It seems like life is forming a path, so you both reach each other. You are destined to have a relationship. Number 3, you both feel a magnetic force that crackles when you meet. You feel a connection between your physical and your spiritual energies, and you form an unspoken understanding. Number 4, your strengths make a perfect foil for their weaknesses and vice versa. Together, you are a force to be reckoned with, and you are virtually unbeatable. Number 5, you have a shared sense of purpose. The ideas you hold dearest are a shared value you both strive to achieve. Number 6, as twins, you know each other inside and out, flaws and all, and you never judge each other. Number 7, you will disagree because you are comfortable that you will always resolve your differences, no matter how often you fall out. Number 8, you are connected on many levels. You may be partners, friends, shoulders to cry on, or mentors to each other. 9, you have synchronicity in your former lives. Sometimes you discover uncanny parallels in your personal history. For instance, you may have both been in the same place during a historic event, say like 9/11, without even realizing it. And number 10, you grow as a couple and become more sympathetic, forgiving, and empathetic to each other and others. Why we need twin flame relationships. Contrary to some beliefs, we are a complete being, even without this spiritual coupling. We all have a complete soul that can be strengthened by our own experiences, but a twin flame relationship helps you reach another level. These relationships help you shed all egos, understand what your hearts need to heal, and take the first steps to become a spiritually enhanced human. The purpose behind your relationship with your twin flame can take many courses, but it will inevitably lead to a harmonious and balanced coupling with a positive outcome. This can include raising children, forming a bond especially important when it comes to ecological matters, doing business with each other, or becoming a spiritual mentor to each other. Sometimes you can miss the signs that lead you to your twin flame. Outside influences may leave you feeling incapable of receiving the gift of a spiritual relationship and leave us unreceptive to the connection. You can be overwhelmed with emotions that leave you drained and flat, so you miss recognizing the signs you are in the presence of a twin flame. Maybe you are grieving, or you're trapped in a bad relationship. When you may need spiritual help, the emotional points may be the reason you're failing to acknowledge their presence. It doesn't matter if you seek a new spiritual connection or are simply meeting new people. It is essential to know how people make you feel. This can also apply to individuals we already live with or have in our lives. This could be part of your spiritual makeup without you realizing the fact. 15 things to look for when you meet a potential twin flame. Number 1, you always come away from spending time with them feeling like you've learned something. If you meet someone for the first time and feel like they can teach you something without you feeling inadequate or incompetent, well, then you may have encountered a twin flame. If you also feel like you have shared knowledge that could be world-changing, this could be your spiritual twin flame. Secondly, you immediately feel like this person is a safe place for you to go to. When you meet someone who is completely trustworthy and will guard your secrets and thoughts, this can feel like coming home. Number 3, you know they will never judge you or reject you. This doesn't mean they won't be truthful with you or fail to pull you up when you mess up. They are so confident in your relationship, they are probably the only person to tell you the whole truth with clarity that most other people lack. They aren't afraid that you can't handle the truth, and they know how to work with you to become the better person you both know lies below the surface. Number 4, you never have to put a show on for them. If you feel awful, then you can act like it, and they will know exactly what to do. They will never berate you for having human emotions, but they will accompany you on the journey that these emotions take you on. Number 5, you both have dark and light sides that complement each other. When your dark side is prevalent, they will display their light side to create a balanced, harmonious feeling. They instinctively know what mood you are in and how to be sympathetic to your aura. Number 6, you fall in love unconditionally. Every person loves another person or persons, such as your parents and friends, past lovers, or people who have played an important part in their life. But falling in love is different. Twin flames fall in love despite convention and circumstances dictating that it's wrong. They are unaffected by reality and any form of mental clarity. The heart wants this relationship, and it is a natural progression for both people. Number 7, you become scared of the relationship, and you want to bail. In the early stages of a twin flame relationship, you can feel overwhelmed by your emotions' intensity and depth. People can reach for their mental sneakers and withdraw. Imagine the coyote and the roadrunner, and you get what this can look like. They're crazy, running around as one chases the other, before quickly turning and becoming the one being pursued. We will discuss this aspect of twin flame relationships further into the audiobook. Number 8, you don't feel threatened by spending time apart. You know that when you are together, you are bonded and you form a single unit, but you still have your sense of freedom. Twin flame relationships shouldn't feel like they are smothering you. They should be strong enough to last, even when you are not together. If you meet someone who is the embodiment of everything you want, yet you are never anxious about being apart, they could be your twin flame. Number 9, you are finely tuned to each other's energy. If you have a spiritual connection, you immediately know how the other person is feeling. You know just with a glance when they're happy, sad, angry, or upset. And you know they can feel the same level of empathy towards you. Number 10, you feel a sense of completion. If you have been waiting for someone your entire life, you will know immediately that your search is over. Everybody knows that journeys can be arduous, especially when they are undefined by time. That relentless searching for a feeling of togetherness will stop once you meet your twin flame. You will experience a feeling of arrival at your destination, and you will happily step off the path of discovery. Number 11, you will be a mirror for their fears and desires. For example, if you are a creative soul who can create art and beauty with any medium, then your twin flame will probably be repressed and more likely to have no interest in the creative arts. If you're a messy, disorganized soul, well, then your twin flame will be a neat freak who demands high levels of organization. If you are a dramatic character who overreacts in stressful situations, he or she will be a strong and willful partner who knows how to talk you down off the wall. Number 12, your relationship with your twin flame will highlight how shallow your other relationships have been. When you connect with your twin flame, you'll feel a depth and intensity that you've never felt before. This doesn't mean that former relationships are irrelevant. After all, every relationship we should have should teach us something. It merely highlights that spiritual connections are far more intense than physical or familial relationships can ever be. Number 13, you can't think of a single thing that you would change about them. There are no rose-colored glasses in a twin flame relationship, and you both understand how the other person ticks. The difference is you embrace the flaws along with the qualities that you both bring to the table. You know that as a unit, you are spectacular, and you don't want to change a thing. You may both be at different spiritual stages, but your prime objective is to help each other reach a higher level and discover your purpose. Number 14, there is no sense of competition. If you have a twin flame relationship, you will have a healthy respect for each other. You will celebrate their successes just as they celebrate yours. There is no room for envy and resentment when it comes to life success levels. You may be more or less successful than your twin, but it's never a problem. You aren't competing, you're striving to become better as a couple. And number 15, they will be ready to commit fully to your relationship. This doesn't just apply to romantic relationships, as the word commitment can apply to all forms of unions. When a friend commits to another friend, it means that they will be there for them, no matter what. You know whom you can trust to have your back, and who is just a friend of convenience. Friends should come in all forms of commitment levels. The trick is to recognize them. Your twin flame will cross rivers and mountains to come to your side whenever you need them, and they will stand by your side no matter what. The key part to understanding what twin flames are and how they affect your life is to remember that forces bigger than all of us are in force. You may not be ready to connect, but it is still essential to understand the signs that show you when the opportunity presents itself. Your twin may be unreceptive because they aren't at a stage in their life to meet you. So hold tight, because your time will come. And meanwhile, you will gain the experience of how to analyze the other people that you have in your life and your relationships with them. Chapter 2, Soulmates versus Twin Flame. What are the differences between these types of relationships? You already know something about what a twin flame brings to a relationship. So what do soulmates mean to you? Well, what are soulmates? They are people who will enter your life and influence it deeply. They are aligned to your soul and may even have been a major part of your former life. Just like twin flames, they will mirror you to some extent. And when you look at them, you can see your own weaknesses and strengths. However, the difference between soulmates and twin flames is the depth of the connection. You have only one twin flame, who is the embodiment of the other half of your soul, while your soulmates are extensions of your spiritual being. You will meet many soulmates in your life, and they will come in different forms. They will come into your life to shake things up and make your life more meaningful. They may form romantic attachments, or they may be friends who make your life more enjoyable. Sometimes the term soulmate can put pressure on a relationship. If one person describes the other as a soulmate, it's daunting to live up to that expectation. True soulmates should have easier relationships than others and have a natural flow without dark or difficult aspects. They are intense but joyful compared to twin flame relationships, which will often be torrid and filled with extreme emotions. Your soulmate should make you feel close to them and comfortable in their company. Soulmates may come into your life for long periods and be around as a rock for you, or they may be the catalyst that sparks an idea and then departs from your life in a matter of minutes. Soulmates have a give and take relationship, and they will sometimes push you outside of your comfort zone when needed. Soulmates are meant to teach us life lessons and improve our spiritual strength. They will help you raise your spiritual consciousness, while twin flame relationships work together to raise the entire world's spiritual consciousness. You will meet many soulmates during your time on Earth, yet you may never meet a twin flame. That's not meant to be a statement that should make you feel sad. Your twin flame is a special part of your soul, but you don't have to connect with them to have a successful and fulfilled life. You are complete as you are, but if you are blessed with a twin flame connection, then you will work together to create intense energy that can be arduous and painful. yet filled with the most intense love. The signs you have met someone from your soul group. Your soul group comprises people with whom you have a natural connection. You will connect with them on a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual level without knowing why. The energy between you will resonate so strongly it may feel physical. Soulmates create strong bonds that can transcend time and create vibrations that will create harmony within the group. Soulmates within your soul group can be from different backgrounds, cultures, and gender, and will often have diverse backgrounds that bear no relation to your own. What they do have in common is a strong sense of shared values and dreams. They believe in the same things you do, and they share the same principles and ethics as you. You need to be open to meeting members of your soul group to benefit from the experience. They are all sent into your life to help you grow and move past fear. But if negative attitudes bog you down, you will not enjoy meeting members of your soul group. Many spiritual traditions believe that the obstacles we face in life are predetermined even before we're born. The people who enter your life as part of your soul group are chosen to help you overcome these obstacles and grow as a spiritual being. So where do you meet people from your soul group? This is one of the most important questions you can ask, and others will tell you to search everywhere. Although, if you choose to take that approach, it can take over your life. Your spiritual path is preordained, and the chance to meet your soul group will present itself when you are ready. That doesn't mean you should sit back and go about your normal routine, changing nothing. After all, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. Once you feel your soul group's synchronicity pulling you in, you need to be ready to embrace the feelings and seek them out. This process involves allowing your heart to rule your head and listening to your gut feelings. Your headspace will be filled with all your fears and safety measures that instinctively guide you on a safe and comfortable path. Your heart, meanwhile, is more inclined to take you out of your comfort zone and take a new path. Try following your intuition instead of your tried and tested methods of living. Embrace new experiences and the related opportunities they present. When you want to meet new people and broaden your horizons, the internet may seem like the last place to start. Online interaction is not something you would associate with finding your soulmate, but it is the perfect starting point. You can research new subjects, hobbies, and interests to discover your potential soulmates. Create an online course for people in your area interested in the same things you are. A meetup course for cooking or art could mean you will meet like-minded people who may just be a part of your soul group. Even if you don't find a soulmate immediately, you will establish new connections and increase your social group, which is always positive. The local church can be a perfect way to meet people and become an active part of the community. Volunteer work is also hugely rewarding and gives you a sense of giving back to the community. It's true that as we get older, it is more difficult to make friends and form new relationships. So you need to put the effort in and say yes to new experiences. Stop checking out online contacts and liking photos from remote friends and concentrate on the people you encounter every day. So how do you know when you have met someone from your soul group? Well, number one, your eye contact is intense. When you look into someone's eyes and you feel a connection that is familiar and comfortable, then you may have met a soulmate. They have a coupling with your soul that can feel ancient and unbroken, and it will never feel uncomfortable. Number two, they will be soul-centric. Members of your soul group won't be interested in your social statuses, such as how much money you have, or your status at work, or other egocentric parts of your life. They will be more interested in your spiritual footprint on the world. Expect conversations about environmental issues and conscious living as you begin to share your common interests. Number three, you will feel a magnetic pull. Even if your meeting is brief, you will be mesmerically drawn to them and their energy. Number four, you share the same beliefs. Members of your soul group will often amaze you with their synchronicity to your beliefs. They will be on the same page and will often mirror your words and your thoughts. Number 5, you have a timeless relationship with them. From the minute you meet a soulmate, you are comfortable in their company. You don't have an initial awkwardness or reservation. You could have known this person for the whole of your life. Number 6, they appear at the most opportune moment. You may be unaware of your personal sense of attachment, but members of your soul group will instinctively know you are ready to meet them. There are numerous types of soul connections in your soul group, and they will appear to you when you need them the most. Number 7, time is irrelevant. You could spend hours with soulmates and never notice where the time went. It's like the clock that governs your thoughts and actions has temporarily stopped working. You are so immersed in your connection, you feel that nothing else matters, and you refuse to be distracted by life. Number 8, they will challenge you without condemnation. Your soul group is there to make you grow as a person and as a spiritual being. They love to challenge you and push you towards circumstances that will test your life skills and your emotions. They will never abandon you, and they will always know the correct level of support that you need at any given time. Number 9, your soul will feel energized. When you have an encounter with one of your soul groups, you will come away with a feeling of nourishment. It'll feel as if your soul has just had the best meal ever and is full and contented. And number 10, you can be yourself. Your soul group is aware of your true personality. You will never need to be fake or pretend to feel things that you don't feel. The authentic you can rise to the surface and breathe deeply around your soulmates, and they will never judge you. The 10 types of soulmates. Your soul group comprises multiple types of mates, so it is important to realize who can be part of our spiritual consciousness and common humanity.
Thank you, baby girl.
Number 1, soul partners. These are the most common types of connections and are formed with people that you agree to partner with. Most people associate this type and soulmate with marriage and raising a family. But there are many other types of partnerships to which we can commit. Forming a company with someone can lead to a connection that makes them part of your soul group. Or it can be as simple as a beloved sibling who is your life partner.
Thank you, baby.
Nobody can travel through life alone, and our soul partners are here to remind us how intricately human lives are weaved together. Number 2, reincarnated soulmates.
See, the boy that killed him, I know him too because his daddy is like a brother to me. But he just got out of prison for doing. He went to prison when he was like 15 years old for the same thing, killing somebody. He ain't been out. They say a month. And my nephew told him he didn't want nothing to do with him. They was at the club. They said he kept messing with. My nephew should have spit in his face. They say he spit in his face, but still, y'all could have fought that shit out. He went out there and waited on him to come out the club and shot him in the head.
Souls reconnect in this life. It can mean they have unresolved issues from their past lives. They can also signify that the souls have spent countless lifetimes together. Whatever the case, this type of connection is one of the most powerful in your soul group, but you need to take precautions with the relationship. Try to disregard any residual feelings you have from past lives and judge each other on the person you are in this life. You may need to heal rifts and then let them go so that both of your souls can heal. Number 3, romantic soulmates. This can be the same as a soul partner, or it can be an opportunity to grow with the relationship. Everyone knows that romance is not the only ingredient in a successful relationship, and these connections are not always meant to be long-lasting. Romantic soulmates help us grow as a person and take the rough with the smooth. They may cause you devastating wounds or challenge you with their behavior, but they are fulfilling a purpose. They are teaching you how to form successful relationships, even if it isn't with them. Number 4, companion soulmates. Imagine a life in which all your relationships were romantic or family-based. That'd be hell, right? Who would you turn to when you need advice or support from
I got to run off for a minute or two. Could you keep eye on the chat for me, Alicia? Because I just had to get one of the more darn spams out of there. Although my situation with with my narcissist here. Although he do the things he do, I still don't treat him no different. He failed today in Publix, so that some people had to bring him home, drive his car home. So I got to run to the store and stuff. You don't do evil for evil. No matter how a person treats you, you still treat them right. See what I'm saying? Because I told him, you always try to, talk evil on me, talk down to me. Be careful what you say because what go around, come around. I don't wish no bad on him. I just do nothing but pray for him. But see, when you mess with the chosen was, you messing with God, then I can't do nothing about it.
Someone removed from interpersonal relationships. Your companion, soulmate, or mates provide you with a support group you need to keep going on your earthly odyssey. If your life were written in a novel form, some people would describe soul companions as your spiritual sidekicks. They may be in your life for a couple of months, or even decades. It doesn't matter. They are the food and the drink that your soul needs, and they provide companionship for your spirit. Number 5, soul families. These are not your actual physical family, but they are just as important. People worldwide who show the same passion as you do for particular causes or activities can be part of your soul family. Spiritual groups actively working to bring love and peace to our planet may never meet each other, but they will feel connected because of the depth of their commitment to that cause. Number 6, kindred spirits. These connections can be formed by a commonality that leads to shared experiences. They aren't always soulmates, but they are important to you and your life. Maybe you both have similar life experiences that strengthen your bond. Young mothers struggling with their newborn babies will turn to kindred spirits in the same situation. People in the same profession may become part of your soul group because they understand the tensions and the stress that your career involves. It can be incredibly satisfying to spend time with a soul who just gets what you are all about. Number 7, soul contract. This is not really a part of your soul group, but rather a contract you make with yourself. You become another member of your soul group and promise yourself to do something monumental in this lifetime. You may make this connection with someone else, or just with yourself. Just knowing the depth of commitment will help you when struggling to reach your objective is inspirational and soul-lifting. Number 8, soul teachers. These members of your soul group are sent to educate you. They may be traditional relationships you form with educators who help you through school or college, or they may be more diverse. When you form a relationship with a person who can guide the path your life will take, it can be magical. College professors or counselors can be soulmates who aren't just educating you. They show you how important your advice and counsel can be for others further down the line. Are sharing the gift of knowledge and the importance of sharing it. Number 9, soul crossings. You may feel that the most important part of your soul group is the people who are there for you throughout your life and are constant companions. This can be true sometimes, but the fleeting meetings we have with soulmates can be just as important. The phrase, ships that pass in the night, is the perfect way to describe these encounters. You may feel an intense connection, but the time and the place aren't right for long-term relationships. This could be someone you meet on holiday and form an immediate bond with, but you lose touch when you return home. Or a lover you meet who has been diagnosed with a terminal illness and passes away a month after you meet. The point of these connections is to help you understand that time is irrelevant concerning connections of the soul. They are all essential, and they teach us something, even if they are brief. Number 10, karmic soulmates. What do you think karma is? Is it a system of punishment and reward, where the universe deals out karma depending on our actions? Karma is a natural energy governed by cause and effect, And the members of your soul group that are karmic soulmates will help you grow and evolve. They enter your life at key moments and facilitate you to change direction. They may be positive influencers who will help your soul evolve, or they may be negative forces who will help you recognize when life is taking you down the wrong path. Our soul group provides the support and encouragement needed to get through life. Remember that your soul is always craving new experiences and looking to evolve. Recognizing the people who form part of your soul group will help you facilitate this evolution. So, what is the difference between soulmates and twin flames? You have multiple soulmates and just one twin flame. The depth of intensity will be off the scale when you meet your twin flame, and it has been described as a soulmate on crack. Chapter 3. Twin flames as life partners. When we consider archetypal love relationships and how people describe their partners, the term life partner is often used. It creates an image of two people who meet, fall in love, create a family, and then grow old together. Life partners are meant to be there for each other through thick and thin. So, with this in mind, is it ideal to have a twin flame as a life partner? Well, in most cases, the answer is a definite no. Twin flames are two parts of the same soul and turbulently connect with passionate and highly charged emotions involved. You can't choose your twin flame. You are joined on a spiritual level. If you are destined to meet, you will. Twin flames will often push you into a dark place and force you to rethink how you function as an individual. Twin flames enter your life to make you a stronger individual and to take you to your highest highs and your lowest lows. The blind passion you feel for them will not always be sexual, but you will love them with an unhealthy level of toxicity. And people around you will often warn you to get out of the relationship. When you connect with your twin flame, you'll feel like an addict. You crave the connections you have, and it is more important to you than all your other relationships. Soulmates are also a predestined kind of connection. You have shared experiences, possibly from past lives, and they are often guided into your life to serve a purpose. When you need a soulmate, they can appear in any type of relationship. They may stick around or be gone once they have fulfilled their purpose. Relationships with soulmates are not always about longevity. So, what is the difference between these two love relationships and life partners? All the relationships you have had before you meet your life partner are designed to help you recognize the qualities you need in your choice of a life partner. The spiritual wounds and heartbreak you have suffered in the past are all part of the process that leads you to your ideal life partner. This connection is not just about romantic relationships, and they can occur in different aspects of life. The more you accept love into your life, then you will be ready to accept a plethora of life partners who will make you a more rounded individual with strong relationships to keep you grounded. Definitive types of life partnerships you should be looking for. Well, number one is a partner. A great way to start is with the most traditional form of a life partner, your significant other. It may be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, or a wife. Your definition of a partner doesn't matter. The term a life partner transcends gender, sexuality, or fluidity. We all seek love, protection, and the need for a safe relationship we can call on to retreat to when the world is proving to be a bit too challenging. A life partner will be there for you when you need them and step up to the plate when you need them. Traditionally, this involves the male partner taking a hero role with their woman. They'll step in and rescue their partner just like the heroic male they are biologically programmed to be. But the modern world has moved on, and women are more likely to play a different role than traditional heroes and damsels. They'll expect to be just as protective as their male counterparts and be there for them whenever they are needed. Does this mean that the hero instinct should be ignored? Well, no, it shouldn't. It is built into male DNA, and they often need to feel some heroic role to keep the relationship healthy. Here are a few simple ways females can keep their men feeling like heroes without seeming like a bimbo. Make sure they're satisfied in the bedroom. Men are naturally programmed to keep their women happy in bed. So even if you aren't fully engaged because you're tired or you're just not in the mood, don't make them feel inadequate. Act like you can't keep your hands off of them, which is hopefully true, and tell them exactly what you love about them. Experiment between the sheets and have just as much fun planning new positions or places to try them out. The best way to make men walk tall is to let them know they're keeping you happy in bed. Ask for assistance. We all want to feel equal in our relationships, but certain tasks suit men physically. Choose the tasks that suit your strengths and ask him to help you with the others. Let him open those tricky jars or help you carry stuff from the car. Why would anybody struggle with stuff when they have someone who will willingly do it for them? And share decisions. Modern women are so often in control of their own lives that when they enter a relationship, they just naturally take over the decision-making process. Well, this can be emasculating for men, but they will often choose a quiet life rather than assert themselves. Women must share major decisions like where to go on vacation or which place to book for dinner. Ask him for his opinion, and you will avoid any simmering resentment, and you may even be pleasantly surprised at his input. Number 2, the mentor. This role is typical of a different form of a life partner. They will be the rock you lean on when you need advice that is practical and from the heart. Some people mistakenly expect their romantic life partner to fill all the roles in their lives, and this pressures the relationship and can cause it to fall apart. This life partner can have played a significant part in your education, maybe a lecturer or a school teacher or a teacher at college who has guided you to the path that you are on. It could be a person in your workplace who has taken you under their wing and shared their knowledge with you. Mentors come in all shapes and sizes, and some will be there for you throughout your life, while others may just bow out. Even those who have left are classed as life partners. They haven't left the relationship due to toxicity or disagreement and can be called upon for advice whenever needed. Number 3, anchor. Whom do you turn to when your life hits a speed bump, or you need someone to turn to when your relationship is in turmoil? Your anchor is the person who will be there for you when you need help, no matter what the time or the circumstance. You trust this person and have chosen them to be your life partner because of their intuitiveness and level of thinking. This is not a relationship where your anchor will agree with you on all levels and back you up. This is a relationship that will help you consider all sides. They will play the devil's advocate and suggest different ways to go for you in the future. Anchors will ground you and help you set achievable priorities in your life. Number 4, a confidant. This type of life partner is the one you tell your deepest, darkest secrets to. You know this relationship is unbreakable, and you know that your secrets are safe with your confidant. You know you can talk to them in ways that others may find shocking. You can share how you really feel about the woman at work who everybody loves, and you don't understand why. Your confidant won't judge you or call you out for being nasty. They will probably have some equally cutting things to say about the people you know that will have you both in fits of laughter. Having a person with whom you can be as mean as you like helps you keep the rancor out of your normal life. We all need to let off steam now and then, and your confidant understands this. The main difference between soulmates, twin flames, and life partners is all about the connection that you form. Soulmates and twin flames will automatically know you. They understand what drives you and how your spiritual being functions. Life partners need to learn about you. You are forming a relationship with life partners without the same history as soulmates and twin flames. You won't feel a deep level connection immediately. In fact, it may never occur, and that's not a bad thing. Deep spiritual relationships often come with baggage. There are intense emotions involved both in this life and previous ones, which can affect both partners. These connections are designed to test your boundaries and will often cause intense pain and heartache. Life partners are people you have a lot in common with, and you feel a depth of love just as important, but it needs to grow. Spiritual connections are more like a jolt of energy that is unexplained and that can rock you to the core of your being. Life partners generate a love like a plant. It needs to be fed and watered, and it will grow as time progresses. If treated correctly and nurtured, it'll bloom and flower while providing you with strong roots, and you will see the fruits of your labor. Perhaps the most significant thing to remember about a life partner is that you will have a choice. Twin flames and soulmates have a predestined part to play in your life, so balance it out with your life partners. They represent your personality and life choices and mirror the values and qualities you hold. Remember that a twin flame and a soulmate will often cause you pain, and that's okay. Yet it is also the main reason you will need to break contact with them at some point. A life partner is someone you have spent your life with, and you trust they will not cause you pain, although some probably will. 27 traits to look for in a life partner. Number 1, a strong sense of who they are and what they want. You need someone complete. When you form a relationship with a life partner, they need to be in the right frame of mind to become committed. If your life partner needs you to define them, then you probably will spend all your time propping them up, and that's not healthy. Number 2 is honesty. We all tell white lies and know how to bend the truth with our partners. Should you tell them just how much you hate their new hairstyle or their new outfit? No, you use tact and diplomacy to save hurting their feelings, and that's part of being a decent partner. Lying is different. The minute your partner tells you a lie, you lose trust and respect. Number 3, delight. You need to feel a sense of joy when you see this person. If you feel anything other than total pleasure in their company, then they shouldn't become part of your life partnership team. Number 4 is morality. Choose life partners that believe in the same moral code as you, and you won't be disappointed by your choice. Never compromise on the principles that you both have. It's okay to have different beliefs and goals, but you should share the same level of integrity. Number 5, responsibility. You need to choose people who are just as accountable for your life as they are for theirs. They need to be willing to invest in you and be there when you need them. Number 6, a shared sense of humor. Everybody has different things that makes them laugh, but you do need a life partner with whom you can share the funny stuff. Make sure they don't take themselves too seriously and that they can laugh at life. You will need that shared humor when times get tough. Number 7, inner strength. When you are feeling weak or vulnerable, you need to know they have the strength to prop you up. This can be a strength physically present, as well as mental strength. Sometimes you just need to be the one being looked after and embrace it. Number 8, ability to trust. Some people are unwilling to lean on others and find it hard to trust other people. A balanced relationship means that both partners can be strong ones whenever the need rises. Your life partner needs to be in a position they can trust you to take the lead. Number 9 is maturity. You must be both at the same point of emotional development in a loving relationship. Mentors and anchors can be different, but you both need to be adults in a loving relationship. Immaturity is not an attractive quality in your life partner, and it will soon become a problem if your partner becomes an adolescent in your relationship. Number 10, compatibility. Well, this should be evident from the first day that you meet. If you clash over simple things, then the chance of forming a successful life partner relationship is very slim. You can't work on your reciprocity because it is a fundamental part of the relationship. Number 11 is independence. A successful relationship means that spending time apart is not a problem. Life partners should have separate interests and hobbies, and realize that independence should be a part of who you are. Never give up your identity to become part of a couple. Your identity should be what makes you so attractive to your life partner, and a major reason they love spending time with you. Number 12, the same level of commitment. Avoid people wary of commitment. A A relationship will only grow when you are both on the same page. This doesn't mean you need to take things too quickly, but you need to know that a life partner won't bail on you once the level of commitment is raised. Number 13, vulnerability. If someone has their emotional walls up, then you won't be able to form a fulfilling relationship with them. Humans are naturally vulnerable, and while it is essential to have barriers, you also need to know when to let them down. This applies to partners as well. How can you get close to someone who is impenetrable? Number 14, the ability to debate. While life partners may not be as contentious as twin flames or soulmates, differences will inevitably occur. You need to know that your potential life partner can thrash things out so that it suits you both. If they tend to sulk or shout without resolving the problems, well, then you will both become frustrated when arguing. Number 15, humility. While self-assurance is a quality that can be incredibly attractive, self-centeredness is less attractive. Humility is essential in a life partner. After all, if they are incapable of admitting their mistakes, you will be blamed for things for which you are not responsible. Number 16, affection. Some people are comfortable with public displays of emotion, while others are more discreet. Both attitudes are fine, but make sure your potential life partner has the same attitude as you do. If your life partner is keen to hold hands and kiss in public, but you aren't, it will lead to problems. Similarly, if you need affection and they are unwilling to give it, you will feel neglected. Number 17, empathy. Life partners are there for you, so the ability to show empathy is essential. They may not fully understand what you are going through, but they should be able to comfort you and make you feel better. Number 18, a balanced sense of ambition. When you form a loving life partnership, you need to be clear about what you expect from the relationship. For instance, if one of you is content to live in a comfy family home and work a regular 40-hour week to pay the bills, and the other one wants to be the CEO of his own company and is willing to work 18-hour days, well, then it can cause some conflict. Some couples will make it work, but they need to know what lies in store for the future and any concessions they will need to consider. 19, a healthy attitude to relationships. This doesn't mean that they have to show a perfect dating history. After all, relationships take many forms. They need to have a sense of family, whatever that means to them. It could be their relationship with their actual family, or the bonds they have with coworkers. The main thing to watch out for is people who have no relationships. This isn't normal and can be a red flag regarding their ability to form new relationships. Number 20, open-mindedness. Nobody wants an inflexible partner. You need to know you will grow as a partnership and embrace new ideas and experiences. 21, faithfulness. Without fidelity, a loving relationship will fail. Even if both parties commit to an open relationship, the cracks will appear quickly. You need to know that when your partner is somewhere else, they are still faithful to you. Number 22, mutual sexual attraction. Loving life partnerships often thrive better with a healthy dose of lust thrown into the mix. You need to know that the attraction you feel is mutual, and you both want to rip each other's clothes off at any given time. You also understand that you will feel the same way even when your potential partner feels unattractive, maybe because of illness, for example. 23, curiosity. A naturally inquisitive nature is part of a successful life partnership because you both know you won't tire of life anytime soon. You want to choose someone who will be your willing partner in life's adventures and a perfect companion for the future. Number 24, flexibility. You need to know that your potential life partner knows that life is full of opportunities, and sometimes they will need to drop what they're doing and just roll with it. Life is a series of natural events and spontaneity. If you are too busy making plans, well, then it's going to pass you by. Number 25, forgiveness. Nobody is perfect, and you will make mistakes that will hurt each other. Your potential life partner needs to be a tolerant person who will not hold grudges and can forgive freely. Number 26, enjoy simple pleasures. Life is not filled with huge, monumental experiences. It is mostly mundane and uneventful. So, if your life partner is a positive soul who derives pleasure from everyday experiences and encounters, they will bring joy into your life. Sharing a piece of pizza or watching the sunset in the evening may not seem life-changing, but if they are enjoyed with your life partner, well, then they can be unbeatable. Number 27, communication. The cornerstone of all relationships. Your set of life partners should know how to reach you on every level. They should be articulate, knowledgeable, and great communicators, because you need people who are eloquent and open to discourse. Chapter 4, Stage 1, the search. When you search for something, it can become a mission like no other. You may be searching for your perfect home, which means you spend all your time online checking out listings, visiting districts, or aimlessly driving around looking for real estate signs outside of properties. You know what you want and how to look for it, but the search can become all you think about. When that happens, you can neglect other areas of your life. Perhaps you have experienced this type of obsession and think this is the perfect way to search for your twin flame. Well, the news is in, and searching for your twin flame is a process unlike any other you will ever experience. You aren't looking for a physical object or something that is essential for your daily life. You're looking for a spiritual connection with a part of your soul separated from you for many millenniums, and the chances you will reconnect are slim. Does that mean we shouldn't try? After all, if the percentages of you meeting are so low, why bother, right? Of course, people will take a negative stance regarding the search for their twin flame. But if you decide to go for it, then you are opening the possibilities of the most fulfilling relationship of your life. You could experience the ultimate form of spiritual fireworks and the most intense emotions imaginable. Does that sound like it's worth looking for? Then let's level the playing field and make sure you are prepared for the first stage of twin flame development. First, you must understand the concept of divine timing, as this is the process that governs a twin flame journey. Unfortunately, the way we have been taught to think and view the world conflicts with the concept of divine timing. If you can change the way you think and adopt healthier thoughts about the journey to find your twin flame, then the process will become less distressing. Common misconceptions about divine timing and how to change them. Misconception number 1. You need to change yourself and your environment to allow divine timing to happen. Consider how we view our normal physical world. What must we do to improve our situations and our achievements? We must work harder and dedicate ourselves to the search for success. We must give 110% to everything we do, and only then can we expect to be rewarded for our efforts. We often think that our effort and dedication are the only way to achieve anything worth having. While this is true in the human world, the spiritual world is vastly different. Cast off the 3D concept and surrender yourself to the grace of divine timing. Allow the universe to dictate when things will happen and float on the flow of inevitability. Divine timing means you need to let go of the concept that you control what happens next and just enjoy the gliding sensation of the current that is the universal flow. How to fix misconception number 1. Surrender your ego. Self-confidence is an important part of our makeup, and it can help you achieve great things that seem impossible. The spiritual world is different. You need to become part of something larger than your ego. Stop demanding that certain things suit your time frame or in the manner you find acceptable. Stuff will happen when the universe decides, and nothing you can do can change that. Stop the belief that you have any power over the universe. The physical world may be your domain, but a higher force governs the spiritual world. Your twin flame journey will take the path it has been allocated, and no matter how strong your willpower, nothing will change that fact. Change how you see the term surrender. What does the term surrendering mean? Is it a sign of weakness or giving up? Is it all about laying down your weapons and understanding that certain things are out of your control? Try putting a positive spin on surrendering and change how you think about it. Allow yourself to be open to faith, hope, and a belief that a beautiful life awaits those who embrace this concept. Okay, misconception number 2. Divine timing is based on the conditional version of behavioral efforts and will always result in rewards. For instance, as children, we were taught that if you tidy your room, you can go out and play with your friends. And if you eat all your greens, you can have ice cream for dessert. If you behave well during the year, Santa will put you on the nice list, and you'll get plenty of presents. And if you do your homework, you can play games after you're done. This is known as the if leads to then approach, and when applied to the twin flame concept, means we think we need to fix ourselves before we are ready to enter the physical union of our two halves. Although you need to be in the right frame of mind and open to the experience for it to happen, that doesn't mean you need to work on yourself. The most important work you need to do is to ready yourself for the experience. It's dropping rather than fixing. This will be covered later in this chapter. How do you fix misconception number 2? Understand the positivity of divine timing. There are no punishment options in divine timing. You will always be supported on your journey, and the place you occupy on the journey is right, even when it doesn't feel like it. Have the confidence that you are making progress. Your spiritual voyage is always advancing and will never backtrack. You may slow down and speed up as your spiritual involvement blossoms, but you will never take steps backward. And believe in the universe. Know that everything that happens on your spiritual path is happening for you and is benefiting you. Nothing is being done to you as a punitive measure. This concept is so different from the physical world, it's kind of difficult to grasp. Think of it as life is your ultimate support system, and you will benefit from it for as long as you exist. Misconception number 3. Divine timing is a force that exists apart from our physical reality. How do you believe we are governed on Earth? Is there a vengeful force ready to smite us whenever we get it wrong? If you have been taught to follow popular religious ideals, then you are probably all too aware of the concept of a vengeful being that needs to be worshipped and obeyed. This leads to a belief that you are powerless, and you need to please people and follow the doctrine. Those who have been taught this believe that the only way they can feel safe and accepted is when everybody around them is happy and content with their circumstances. This means everybody is seeking justifications for self-worth and looking to others to guide them on their journeys. You need to remember that you matter above all else, and that divine timing is all about letting go of the please others first mentality. How to fix misconception number 3? Well, now is the time to clear your preconceived notions of how you think about your earthbound self and its connection to your spiritual self. When you reincarnate on Earth, a significant portion of your soul remains in the spiritual realm. A larger, all-loving, all-seeing portion of us remains outside of earthly reality and works hand in hand with the universe, or the ultimate source of energy, to coordinate the divine timing that governs your spiritual journey. Your earthly self is governed by human doubts and restrictions, but in the spiritual realm, there is a bigger, more powerful part of your soul to bat for you every minute of every day. This spiritual part of you is the ultimate cheerleader for your physical you, and will work tirelessly with the original source of energy to align you and on how you meet your twin flame. This extended part of yourself knows all about the bigger picture, and it will help guide you to the point of greatness where you are prepared for what the universe has in store for you. Put your trust in this extended part of your soul and let it take control. It makes things so much easier when you know the nudge it gives you, and you recognize when your spiritual self is making a difference. Personal growth and how to prepare yourself for your twin flame. Now you know how the spiritual world is geared up and ready to accompany you on your quest. It's time to get your physical self in the best form for the journey. This means you need to become the best version of yourself possible, both physically and mentally. You know that any future interaction with your twin flame will be demanding on your emotions and will create inner turmoil. This can affect your physical and your spiritual health, so they both need to be at their best. These suggestions are all about getting to know yourself inside and out. They encourage you to dive into personal development and embrace the process. This form of personal growth should never be considered a chore. Instead, it should be the ultimate way to get to know yourself from every angle. Number 1, create a morning routine. When you wake up in the morning, you should be refreshed, filled with energy, and ready to face the world. Forming a routine means you are taking advantage of your elevated energy levels and making sure that stuff gets done. Start with a healthy breakfast and a refreshing cup of herbal tea before you start your routine. Try to include at least one self-care ritual like meditation or working out. Early morning routines are often the best time to clear out the clutter. So, start your day with positive actions by getting rid of some of the mess in your life. You will leave home feeling lighter and more organized. Absorb information. The modern world is a place filled with information. It can be overwhelming, but if you apply filters, you can learn something new every day. Information is power, and we all want to feel more powerful. You are growing spiritually, so take the time to grow as an individual. Read more books, join up for classes, or try a new sport. Even the least artistic people can create works of art. Painting, mosaics, pottery classes, or just doodling in a sketchbook all count as personal growth. Perhaps divine forces will inspire you to learn a new language, because that is the mother tongue of your twin flame. Hey, stranger things have happened. Number 3, work out often. It doesn't matter what form your exercises take, it just matters that you commit to it. Even 30 minutes a day is preferable to none. Get your body moving and release those precious endorphins that help your brain function more successfully. Not only will you feel better, it'll also improve your sleep. Your skin will feel healthier, and your body will feel the benefits almost immediately. Your self-confidence will be boosted, and you will just feel better overall. Number 4, talk to your spiritual self. You now know that much of your soul resides in the spiritual plane. Have a chat with this important part of yourself. Ask how it is and what it can teach you. Learn how to recognize the traditional ways the spiritual world connects with our earthly beings and what they are trying to tell you. The universe is not a subtle communicator. If you are open to communication, then you will get them. Any message they send will be loud and clear. For instance, if you're looking for a new job, and appeal to your spiritual self for a hint, it'll happen. You may notice a stranger in your area who is appealing to you because of their style. You may love the car they drive or admire their style of dress. One day, you will strike up a conversation with them when they mention a new company they work for who are currently hiring. In fact, they are hiring people for a position that you would love. So, would you like the details and maybe a direct number you can phone? Well, of course you would. This is an example of synchronicity and a clear sign that the spiritual world is lending a hand. Number 5, write a letter to your twin flame. While you recognize that a meeting isn't always going to happen, you are essentially connecting to them before you meet. Remember, they are the other half of your original soul, and you can ask them whatever you like. How do you get to know people you are in a relationship with? You ask them questions, and you go out on dates. So how do you get to know your twin flame, or the other half of you? You go on dates and ask questions. But since your twin flame is still a mystery, the best thing you can do is ask yourself the questions you would ask them. What are their or your ultimate goals? Who do they or you love most in the world? What type of experience brings them or you the most joy? You get the idea. May seem kind of weird at first, but the process can be fun and revealing. Number 6, forgive yourself. This is a huge part of personal growth and can sometimes prove the most difficult. Hindsight is the best for analyzing the past, and we can beat ourselves up over things that have happened that we cannot change. Here are a few common life mistakes you need to forgive yourself for. Jobs that you didn't take. Most of us have made mistakes in our careers. Opportunities wasted or taking the wrong path are all just a part of life. If you acted on your gut instinct when everything else suggested a different outcome, then you did the right thing. You will never know what would have happened if you had taken a different approach, so just let it go. Money matters. If you find yourself in debt and struggling to cope with your finances, then do something about it instead of blaming yourself. Start with a frank conversation with your debtors and a practical plan to repay them. Being complacent and hiding your head in the sand will only lead to further regrets. Friends you have hurt. If you know that your actions have hurt somebody that you care about, well then try to make amends for your actions. Maybe it's too late for some people, so you need to walk away from the drama and commit to being a better friend in the future. Recognizing that you can improve is the first step to doing it. And lost love. Relationships are a real kicker when it comes to regret. Many people find it difficult to get over relationships and move on to new ones. The road to new relationships should be free from obstacles and clear to travel. Remember, divine timing is guiding you, and it will help you realize when it's time to move on. Number 7, eliminate the toxic elements of your life. Everywhere you look, you will find examples of how to declutter your life. All the so-called experts are telling you that if you have a clean closet, your life will automatically become better. Well, this is probably true. Having a clean closet isn't really a major step for personal growth. Applying the same principle to life is: get rid of the things holding you back and stop being pushed backward by toxic relationships, habits, and environments. Here are examples of toxic relationships you need to avoid. The controller. Is there someone in your life who constantly tells you what to do? They tell you how to dress, where to go, how to speak? Ditch them immediately and learn how to think for yourself. The downer. Do you know someone who can find the negative aspects of even the most joyous event? Do they love misery and attempt to drain you of positivity? Well, you know what to do. Get rid of them and surround yourself with positive energy instead. The perfectionist. Well, this can be a tricky one, since we all need someone who encourages us to be a better person. Perfectionists will never be satisfied with your efforts and will fail to give you credit for any improvement. This will eventually lead to you feeling disheartened, so make sure you tell them their negative input is not required anymore. The manipulator. You know the type. They are masters at getting what they want while still making you feel bad about yourself. They know how to put an idea in your head that makes you do stuff you don't want and mess with your head. You don't want a game player. You want a game changer. And the competitor. Healthy competition is great, and you should welcome it. But if you are in a relationship with an ultimate competitor who turns every situation into a battle, you will soon become drained of energy. You need people who will support you and be a team player, not someone who reduces your achievements to make themselves look better. Chapter 5. Stage 2. The Awakening. The next natural stage of the twin flame process is the awakening, also known as the yearning. Because the experience involves two halves of the same soul, their timelines may differ. You may have worked on your spiritual growth and be prepared to meet your twin flame, yet they may be unaware of the need to begin their search. This explains why this stage is described as a period of yearning when you may feel a spiritual void. You know a part of you is missing, and you may look for different ways to compensate for that missing link. Do you use relationships to fill your spiritual void? As the song tells us, all you need is love. But are loving romantic relationships the best way to prepare for your twin flame? As you become more experienced in love matters, you may think that you will be better prepared for your twin flame connection. While you need to be in the best shape, both physically and mentally, for that meeting, nothing you experience beforehand can prepare you for the barrage of emotions that you are about to undergo. Immersing yourself in unsuitable relationships can make you less prepared to meet your twin flame. Be open to unconditional love and ready to experience the true sunshine of the spirit. And that won't happen if you are hampered by baggage from your previous relationships. It is human nature to seek a companion and benefit from the love and the comfort they provide. But some people are too focused on being in a relationship rather than enjoying healthy relationships that occur just naturally. Do you feel the need to fill your spiritual void and lessen your yearning by being in a relationship? Here are some signs that indicate you may be using relationships to fill your void. Number 1, you are miserable when you're single. If you find yourself envying couples and feeling lost without a significant other, then you have a spiritual void. You need to be happy without being part of a couple. Try some following singular actions and embrace your singledom. Travel alone. Go somewhere you've always wanted to visit. Choose somewhere you know you will love and create your own adventures. Create other relationships. Strengthen ties to your family and friends that may have weakened over time. We all grow apart from people, so maybe now is the time to reconnect. And be adventurous. If you have ever held back certain parts of your personality because you were worried about how a partner would react, then embrace your weirdness and do the stuff that you've always wanted to. Go karaokeing in a local bar, roller skating at the local skate park, driving a quad bike, or taking a course about cooking sushi. They're all fun options. Doesn't matter what it is, just go out and do it. Number 2, your mood depends on your partner. Well, empathy is part of a healthy relationship, but it can also be a dominating tool to control others and your partners. If you feel uncomfortable being happy when your partner is sad, well, they could be in control of your mood. If you rely on them to feel joy, this is not healthy. Number 3, you are anxious when separated. If you feel negative emotions when you are away from your partner, you may need to work on your spiritual fitness. Every couple should have independence and enjoy their time apart. Number 4, you need their constant validation. If you constantly seek praise and compliments from your partner, this can be a sign you are seeking your spiritual value from them. You need to know your worth and be comfortable with your self-assessment. Number 5, you fall apart when relationships end. Well, it's sad when relationships end because you have lost something you once held dear. But if your relationships didn't end, then how the heck would you form new ones? If you have ever felt completely lost or bereft when a relationship ends, or you feel like your life has fallen apart, then it's time to fall in love again with yourself. Step away from seeking new relationships and focus on your spiritual life and find wholeness of mind and spirit instead. Twin Flame Awakening Explained. One of the most frustrating parts of the twin flame process is that they don't automatically awake at the same time. This can mean that one part of the twin flame can be in stage 2 for years, waiting for their twin to evolve. If you know you are in a soul connection and are excited to meet your twin flame, you are probably the awakened twin flame, while your counterpart is the sleeper twin flame. This can lead to feelings of frustration for the awakened party, as you fail to understand that they haven't felt such a strong connection and divine interaction yet. You know that you can connect to them using your higher self, and you feel their emotions in the same way. So why are they still unawakened? Well, this is known as the bubble love between the two souls, when they can speak to each other and acknowledge each other's presence before they physically meet. This can lead to interactions that may seem out of character. You may say something nasty or unkind to your twin via your higher self during this stage. You may be taken aback by these types of interactions and wonder why they occurred. You wouldn't say such negative things to your twin if you were face to face. Why did those thoughts and sentiments occur? Well, that's your higher self helping you to push your twin's buttons and give them a nudge to wake up. This process is known as triggering, and although it originates from your physical being, it is an extension of your spiritual awareness. The order in which the two twins awake is generally dictated by the energy that drives them. The twin flame with feminine energy will generally be the first to wake, while the male energy is often awakened later. Here are 10 signs you are about to meet your twin flame. You may have spent years in the yearning state and spent the time interacting with your twin flame via your higher self. Some interactions will have been fractious, while some will have been joyful. But how do you know that a union is about to happen? Well, number 1, all your thoughts are filled with love and harmony. There is no negativity and there's no sadness. Your soul knows that it is about to meet its other half, and your lower vibrations will have been cleared. You know what is coming, and you are ready for the ultimate union. Number 2, you are happy and shine with an inner glow. When you meet someone special, it is often apparent to others by the light that shines from within you. When you're close to a meeting with your twin flame, your spiritual self can't help but radiate its joy.
All right, sis, I'm back.
Number 3, things in your life will change.
Keep an eye on the chat.
You may feel the urge to sell your home and move to another state, another district, even another country. The feeling may be confusing and make no sense to you at the time, but this is the universe sending you a message. It is guiding you to a path that will lead to your twin flame. So go with it. Do whatever feels right and let your urges dictate your future. Number 4, you feel the anticipation. If you have constant butterflies in your stomach or your skin tingles with anticipation, this is a clear sign something is going to happen. If you know about the concept of twin flames, you will recognize what is happening. But people oblivious to the concept will feel a gut feeling of anticipation without knowing why. So, if it feels like being a kid at Christmas every day, well then chances are your union is about to happen. Enjoy the sensation and ready yourself for the experience. Number 5, all aspects of your life seem to meet your expectations.
You know, but
One
that's
sign
that
of a
old school
forthcoming
right there, them
union
orange
is
slices.
the opposite of change. Your life may
Remember
reach
growing
a
up in
personal
school,
zenith
you know,
to
the old
prepare
sisters
you
in the
for your
church used to
twin
have
flame.
these and them
Your
peppermint and
financial and
butterscotch.
professional standards are all met, and you feel more comfortable and happier than you've ever felt before. That promotion you wanted, the car you drive, the people who surround you are all positive aspects of your life, and you love them dearly. Number 6, you have lost that yearning feeling. This is a paradoxical sign that you are ready to meet your twin flame. You stop obsessing about it and communicating through your higher self. You have never felt more complete and more harmonious. You need not feel complete because you are in the best shape of your life. You may even become dismissive of the union you used to crave because you wonder why you would need another person to make you whole. Number 7, you feel inspired and creative.
Oh, yeah.
This is another sign from the universe that a meeting is about to happen. You will feel inspired to write more or start an artistic project. During your period of self-improvement, you may have already dabbled with new hobbies or passions, and the universe will use them to inspire you. When you become excited and passionate about projects and missions, you become linked to your humanity and more open to messages from the
Oh,
spiritual
okay. I didn't know
realm.
you was that. Look,
Once these
I'm
channels are
thinking I'm
open,
way older
you
than
need to
you.
follow
I
your
thought
heart
you was probably
and
in your
get
30s,
involved
baby
with the
girl. That's why I
projects you
thought you, but
feel
you still
are your
younger than me.
destiny.
I'm 46.
They may
So
take
that,
you
that's why
away
I
from
always
more
thought you baby
lucrative
girl.
projects, and you may wonder what the purpose is, but you must do them. The universe doesn't send you on fool's missions, and the outcome will be worth the effort. Number 8, you'll be able to manifest things for yourself and others. Some people feel manifestation is difficult and think it is an unhealthy way to gain material things.
What you
A manifestation is simple,
what you cook
as it
today?
is a positive way of thinking. And as you connect to your spiritual self, it's used to make people around.
What you cook today? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on a minute now. I remember the red hots too. So I don't eat them like I used to, but I'm gonna really show you some shit. Watch this. Hold on. Boom! There it is.
You're happy. You will feel a stronger connection with the universe as your union
It's under
approaches,
the same name.
and the ability to manifest your choices will increase. Try these simple steps to manifest things for yourself and others. Establish your purpose.
Facebook like I used to.
Tell the universe what you want
Because,
and how it will affect your world. So, a manifestation isn't about telling the universe that you've always wanted a Porsche. So, could you please have one? But of course, you are connected to your spiritual side, so you know how to use your connections to the universe to benefit other people as well. If you want a raise in salary at work, then you need to explain why you want it. You can then explain who else will benefit from your financial windfall and how you will use your extra cash to make the world a better place. Plan to help your manifestations work? Now, you need to create systems to facilitate an increase in yourself. Manifestation is just a part of attainment, and you need to give it all the help you can. Create exciting new projects at work, and make sure the people in charge are aware of your input. Ask for an assessment from your managers or your supervisors, and be prepared to ask for your raise if the outcome is favorable. Take courses that'll make you more efficient and knowledgeable to make you a candidate for a salary increase. Help your manifestation in every way you can, and you will improve your chances of realizing it. And finally, allow the manifestations to happen.
I got to have my scratch.
When practicing manifestation,
I got to keep my scratch.
doubts may occur. Remember that manifestation is subject to divine timing, just like the twin flame experience.
I got
and if it is meant to happen,
I got the tablet, I got the laptop.
So allow it to happen
2 other little
and stay
phones
committed
there.
to your goals. Number 9, you will feel the need to raise your vibration.
I tell you, now
as the time approaches
TikTok,
when your twin flame appears in your life,
I get so
you
sick
will
of them damn
naturally
people over
feel
on
the need
TikTok.
to improve your vibration and speed your personal growth. This can include a desire to do the following things.
Soon as they be sending you them damn
you will lose any
they be
bad
sending you
habits
them
regarding
damn
food.
friend requests.
Your
As
inner
soon as you
spirit knows
a follow
how you
request,
should nourish
as soon
your
as you
body,
accept
and
it,
it will direct you to healthy
here they
options.
come want to message and call and
You
shit.
will already have a
I'm like,
relatively healthy diet,
This
but
ain't
you
no
will
dating
feel
app.
repulsed by bad food
ain't
for
no here
you
for
as
that.
twindom approaches. So, if you are overly excited by
I'm looking for a
vegetables
good one,
and
but I ain't looking
repulsed
for
by your
down on here.
favorite fast food, then this could be a sign of your
Let me
impending
see.
union.
Anisha, the real Anisha.
You begin to
Real
avoid electrical
Anisha.
devices that emit blue light. This is a sign you are becoming more aware of your sleep and that
Okay,
you're working
I got
to
you right
improve
there.
sleep patterns. Why do
Okay,
you want
beautiful.
better sleep
I
patterns?
see you, beautiful.
So you can interact with your twin flame in your dreams
Oh, we already
and form a
friends.
stronger relationship before you meet them. You will feel the desire to walk barefoot whenever possible.
Look at him,
You
boy.
will
He
feel
look
a
like
natural
he'll
desire to shed your
He
footwear
look like he'll fuck
and
somebody
embrace
up.
the
You
earth
better
you
not
walk
mess
on.
with my boo boo.
If you find yourself in your garden with bare feet, just feeling the sensation of the grass between your toes, then your spiritual
Look at them
self
babies.
is preparing for greater things.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You will seek alternative ways to heal your spirit.
Yeah, that got them. That got to be
If you
sharp.
feel an overwhelming need to expand your knowledge or alternative healing, then do so.
in your
Your
thumb. And
body
then you
and
know
your
what?
soul are telling
When I
you
was
that you
little,
need a level of
when I was
healing
17, me and my
before you
mother was
meet
in
your
a car
twin.
accident. That's before my father
You
had
may
passed.
feel an affinity
He
with
was in the
Reiki
hospital.
healers or
And
experts who
look, I
practice
got a
acupuncture
scar
or
on
crystal
look at it
healing.
on that same thumb.
Go with the
You
flow
see that?
and feel
The
the
glass
benefits
had
of
went in my
whatever
finger.
form of healing is available.
Ain't that some shit?
Number 10, you will begin to have vivid dreams about your twin.
Oh, shoot.
These dreams will often be the most specific signs you receive. People who have met their twin flames have described their dreams before meeting them as very realistic and intense. They share the experience of meeting their twin flames in their dreams and recognizing distinct features that prove to be correct. Twins will often use the astral realm to communicate while they sleep, but they will intensify the connections once they are awake. During their dreams, they will often hug their twin flames and whisper words of comfort and reassurance. Some people have reported their twin would embrace them and say things like, "I am on my way to find you," or "Trust the universe to bring us together." Keep a dream journal and write the details down every morning following your experiences, because they will help you recognize your twin physically and emotionally. Details from these dreams will help you complete all the following stages that happen after you meet. The messages you receive need to be recorded, as they will be important to both of you as your relationship grows and matures. The bottom line is that not everyone will experience all the signs that we just listed. Some people may find their meeting is just out of the blue and receive no warning signs at all. Other people will find that more physical signs are a precursor to their experiences. Numerology and specific patterns can indicate the imminent arrival of your twin, so watch out for them. The main thing to remember is to let go of any fear or trepidation and stay calm. Relax and enjoy the anticipation. You can't change what is about to happen to you, but you can improve the experience. Your twin flame is going through similar emotions, and they'll be just as excited and nervous. Remember, when you do meet, you may be amazed at how much you already know about each other just from your spiritual connections. Chapter 6, Stage 3, the maturing or the honeymoon phase. At last, all the signs show that a meeting was imminent, and now they are here in your life and part of your very being. Your twin flame may have seemed like a far-off part of your life for so long, you are finding it difficult to believe that they're here. So what happens now? First, you must understand what qualities your twin flame brings to you and how they will change your life. The emotions you're feeling can be overcoming and often scary. They need to be recognized and appreciated so that you can begin your twin flame mission. When you first meet a twin flame, the signs we have met a twin flame are well documented in the chapter about twin flames, so we already know what to look for. Remember, it need not be a romantic connection. It can be a friend or a mentor. They will have the same struggles with life that you do, and they will display the same strengths. You will already feel a connection with them, and you may even recognize them from your dreams. They will feel the same intense connection and may be shocked by the sense of recognition. The intensity will be unlike anything you have both experienced before, and even a look can evoke the most intense emotions imaginable. You both know you have been brought together for a higher purpose, and this can be overwhelming. How are you meant to deal with these intense emotions and the deep and meaningful love you feel and be productive? In these early stages, it can lead to drama, chaos, and confusion. Twin flames are connected on a higher plane, but they need to exist on Earth. This means may need to learn how to temper their relationship and adapt to more conventional forms of relationship. Even if you wanted to, regular relationships will still be required, and it is essential to integrate your twin flame into your life. This means they need to know how their connections differ from regular relationships and how to manage them. There are 4 different elements to their relationship that need to be balanced and healthy. Discover your emotional connection. The meeting of twin flames triggers the heart center's opening that allows them to love harder and deeper than ever before.
I said, and scratch my tickets. I say we still got like an hour and a half left on this audiobook. You think I should split it up and do a part 2? I'll just go ahead and finish the audiobook. What's your opinion?
Consider how a mother connects to their new
we're
baby
already like
by
an
synchronizing
hour
their
and
brain
34 minutes
waves to the
in.
baby's heartbeat, which facilitates an exchange of energy between them both. This means the mother is sensitive to the information their child is sending them, and they understand the needs and the emotions their baby is experiencing. In the same way, twin flames trigger hidden parts of each other that have been buried and unresolved in the past. Your twin flame highlights your shadow side and allows you to explore the aspects of your life that need forgiveness and understanding. Twin flames work as a team to give each other support and the courage to open their hearts and heal any wounds it may have suffered in the past.
So I'll do a part 2 on that. But before we end this, though, I got to get some affirmations in here. Play some, get some of my some Neville Goddard. Get a few of his quotes in to round it up. Okay, the power of awareness.
The drama of life is a psychological one, and the whole of it is written and produced by your assumptions. Learn the art of assumption, for only in this way can you create your own happiness. Chapter 16, Personal Impotence. Self-surrender is essential, and by that is meant the confession of personal impotence. I can of mine own self do nothing. Since creation is finished, it is impossible to force anything into being. The example of magnetism previously given is a good illustration. You cannot make magnetism, it can only be displayed. You cannot make the law of magnetism. If you want to build a magnet, you can do so only by conforming to the law of magnetism. In other words, you surrender yourself or yield to the law. In like manner, when you use the faculty of assumption, you are conforming to a law just as real as the law governing magnetism. You can neither create nor change the law of assumption. It is in this respect that you are impotent. You can only yield or conform, and since all of your experiences are the result of your assumptions, consciously or unconsciously, the value of consciously using the power of assumption surely must be obvious. Willingly identify yourself with that which you most desire, knowing that it will find expression through you. Yield to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and be consumed as its victim. Then rise as the prophet of the law of assumption. Chapter 17. All things are possible. It is of great significance that the truth of the principles outlined in this book have been proven time and again by the personal experiences of the author. Throughout the past 25 years, he has applied these principles and proved them successful in innumerable instances. He attributes to an unwavering assumption of his wish already being fulfilled every success that he has achieved. He was confident that by these fixed assumptions, his desires were predestined to be fulfilled. Time and again, he assumed the feeling of his wish fulfilled and continued in his assumption until that which he desired was completely realized. Live your life in a sublime spirit of confidence and determination. Disregard appearances, conditions, in fact, all evidence of your senses that deny the fulfillment of your desire. Rest in the assumption that you are already what you want to be, for in that determined assumption, you and your infinite being are merged in creative unity, and with your infinite being, God, all things are possible. God never fails. For who can stay his hand or say unto him, "What doest thou?" Through the mastery of your assumptions, you are in very truth enabled to master life. It is thus that the ladder of life is ascended. Thus the ideal is realized. The clue to the real purpose of life is to surrender yourself to your ideal with such awareness of its reality that you begin to live the life of the ideal and no longer your own life as it was prior to this surrender. He calleth things that are not seen as though they were, and the unseen becomes seen. Each assumption has its corresponding world. If you are truly observant, you will notice the power of your assumptions to change circumstances which appear wholly immutable. You, by your conscious assumptions, determine the nature of the world in which you live. Ignore the present state and assume the wish fulfilled. Claim it. It will respond. The law of assumption is the means by which the fulfillment of your desires may be realized. Every moment of your life, consciously or unconsciously, you are assuming a feeling. You can no more avoid assuming a feeling than you can avoid eating and drinking. All you can do is control the nature of your assumptions. Thus, it is clearly seen that the control of your assumption is the key you now hold to an ever-expanding, happier, more noble life.
You know what?
Chapter.
You missed it yesterday, baby. Did you see that bone the prophet made me and he sent me from California? He been every time he come on here, Sister Ann, Empress, have you smoked? Have you tried out that holy bone yet? So when he came in the chat yesterday, before he could even say anything, I said, before you open your mouth, let me go ahead and get right. Baby, I hit this motherfucker one goddamn time. You got to watch that live from yesterday. They were laughing at my ass in the chat. I still got weed in there. See them? I still got weed in that bitch. It's down in there. I still got weed in that bitch. I don't know if you can see it or not. I hit that bitch one time, and I was choking up. I mean, I was fucked up. I got me some Paul Masson down in there too. You ain't got to put fire to it one time. You can still be burning on the bitch. I can hear that dog. That Paul Masson bubbling down in there. Fire.
Be ye doers. Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. James, chapter 1,
the chat was lit up yesterday, boy. They was tripping off my ass.
The word in this quotation means idea, concept, or desire. You deceive yourself by hearing only, when you expect your desire to be fulfilled through mere wishful thinking. Your desire is what you want to be, and looking at yourself in a glass is seeing yourself in imagination as that person. Forgetting what manner of man you are is failing to persist in your assumption.
You have to go back and check it out.
The perfect law of liberty is the law which makes possible liberation from limitation.
I be going in hard. But I'm gonna go ahead. I reckon I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I think Information Man is supposed to come on about 5:30, I believe. But I was mad at his ass Thursday night, and I told him the only one that really said something to me about my nephew, because I had told him what was going on. Because you know how everybody be asking how everything going. And I told Alexis, she had asked me, and her and Keith West was the only one that even acknowledged it, and nobody else even said nothing to me. I was so damn mad, and I was especially mad at Information Man ass. Girl, I can't remember. I thought I was Blaze, man. Hold on, let me see. Man, I was fucked up. I was talking about Blaze like a motherfucker. They like, hit it again. I like, hell no. I said, I'm already fucked up. I had already on here just like, 'cause I had half a blunt. Where is it? This the piece of blunt I was smoking on yesterday. I ain't never took it out of the ashtray in here. Cause I usually don't smoke in the room. I was going to the bathroom and smoke because he don't like the smell of it. I'm trying to think what the topic was. I don't know. He knew I was in that chat because he said something to me. He said, "Well, I see Empresses here," but he didn't acknowledge nothing about what I was going through. Now that's what I was pissed off about. Let me see. What was it? Conscious, all about. I think it was all about the Capricorn. I think that's what it was. All about the Capricorn. Yeah, that ball. Prophet surprised me, girl, because he had been made it right, and he was like, because I was gonna send him, some money, but I don't have Cash App. His sister had Cash App. I told her, I said, well, I would wire you some money, Western Union or Instagram or something like that. I said I got PayPal. I said, but I don't have Cash App. I really don't deal with Cash App like that. He was like, all you gotta do is just pay for the shipping and handling. I said, well, I don't mind it. I said, I told your sister I would wire it to her, but she didn't never call me back. So it been about like a month past or so. He had emailed me. He was like, did you get that? No, he had came in the chat. He was like, did you no, yeah, he had emailed me. He said, did you get that package yet? I'm like, what is this man talking about? So I went, onto his page and left him a comment. So then I was doing a live stream and he came in the live. He was like, oh, you ain't got that mail yet? I'm like, what mail you talking about? He's like, oh, well, you should get it then. You should get it soon. And it came that same day. That same day. It came that same day in the mail. I was so damn surprised. I mean, I was like, oh, my God. I was like, this nigga love me. Because he surprised the hell out of me. It would just touch my heart. You know what I'm saying? It touched my heart. It's the small things that count. It ain't nothing. You don't have to do nothing for me. It ain't nothing. You ain't got to have no $1 million. It's all about passion. You know what I'm saying? Genuine love. That's what it is about for me. Unconditional love. And that just kind of touched my heart. It really did. It really did. It was so sweet. I had to do a whole live stream on it. I did a live stream on it because it touched me so hard. You know what I'm saying? It just had me like, oh my God. But anyway, babies, I'll be back tomorrow with a part 2 of this. I'm going to wind this up. So I still ain't scratched my tickets yet, fucking with baby sis here. And I see you over there, information man, all right? Love you.